Hey guys, it's Socks and welcome back to my channel for another speed build today. I know it's been a little bit. I took a little not like break or anything, but like I took a lot of time on this build, so that's why it's been a little bit since I've uploaded a build. Well, it's only been a week. I try to do like one to two builds a week, so I just hit it, but this one took me a little while longer. You can tell. We're in for a bit of a longer one today, so go grab like a cozy beverage and a snack or something. And we're gonna chat for a little bit. Might not stick around for the whole thing, but we'll just, chill, talk about the build a little bit, go through my thought process, because there's a little bit going on today. Okay, we're building another rental unit. We are doing townhomes, and they're kind of like, I don't know if I'm like calling them French style townhomes or French townhomes, because they're not like 100% French style architecture. It's kind of a mishmash of a couple different types, but it's definitely like French style inspired townhomes. But there's 3 of them total. This is on a 30 by 20 lot, I believe. We're back in Magnolia Promenade because apparently I cannot stop building in this world. I don't know, it's pretty, and I thought that they fit the nicest in here, the French style, New Orleans type-ish architecture. Like I said, it's a mishmash, but I looked at like pictures of French inspired architecture and those kinds of townhouses and definitely had those in mind while I was building these guys. So yeah, they're all identical on the exterior. The interiors, we will be getting into those bad guys. But they're 2 floors, even though they're built as 3 floors. I was originally gonna do 3 floors, because that's usually these types of townhomes, how many homes they have. Sorry, I'm just trying to swat a fly away from my face. Trying to like fly into my mouth. Where did it even come from? What? I found a hidden coffee cup, like it tucked away behind a monitor earlier, so it must have come from that, and I threw it out. So, but yeah, either way. Yeah, so there's no 3rd floor. There's only 2 floors, and it kind of worked better that way, anyways. Just because I feel like it would have been awkward to finagle the upstairs. But I do want to do 3-floor townhouses eventually. I have ideas. I have ideas, guys. My brain is just going a million miles an hour with how many builds I want to do, but like I can't do them fast enough. But that's okay. I'm having fun. Slowly but surely I'll do all these little builds in my head. Used a bit of debug today too. I want to try to use a little bit more of that, or at least when I do these like non-pack restrictive ones, it's like I might as well, man. But yeah, this is another non-pack restrictive build. After this, I'm going to do another one because I haven't done one in a while, and I really do like doing those because they're fun challenges, and I like to have some more like accessible builds too for downloads. So next build I do will definitely be a pack restricted build. This build, so I am going to preface this by saying that, like, I usually say, like, they're not my builds are playtested. This is not playtested, and this is probably very, very unroutable. I would not be surprised if a lot of main, like, routes in this house just didn't work. I spent a lot of time decorating these. I don't know why, like I more wanted like to have a really nicely like decorated, cute, fun townhomes with character. Like I went hardcore on like some self-therapy session decorating, interior design, stuff for like hours. So I really took my time with it. So I want to say before you download these, because I do put everything up for download just because it's easier on me that way. But yeah, before you download them, I want to say, not play tested, not geared for gameplay at all. It's very cluttered. It's not as cluttered as like I could like I could have gone more extra, but it's like I wanted it to look like nice and lived in and have charm and character. So I just want to say that. Of course, do whatever you want with it, right? Well, I mean, like don't like re-upload it or anything, and you can like download the shell and just furnish it on your own. But I want to preface, the furnished versions are yeah, there's probably gonna be some routing issues. I wanted like some more realistic kind of type floor plans. Like this is kind of vaguely based on a family's like condo in like the Toronto area that we go to sometimes, like the floor plans. So yeah, kind of took inspiration from that. So we have 3 townhouses, right? Each one's interior is very different. I kind of like had these little stories in my head going around when I was, building these houses of who lived in each one. So the first one, I imagine, is a grandparent, just a single grandparent. Maybe their partner passed away, but they live in this, nice townhome. They have a little bit of money. They're not like that old, but they're older, definitely retired. So it's like a nicer one. This is the first townhouse that I'm furnishing. I don't know. I don't think I'm furnishing it yet, but you'll see in the chapters probably. It'll be the first one. But yeah, so I imagine it's a grandparent who has 2 grandkids who come over often, so their rooms are set up for them. One's kind of like a guest room / granddaughter's room, I guess, and then another's like a kid's room with toys and stuff, just all decorated out. It's nice, softer colors. This one is more of like a traditional style interior, I think, for these like French style townhouses. I went a little bit more on the higher end for these things. Like I feel like they're a little bit more like high tax bracket kind of houses, They all have very similar layouts. I didn't show the process of me doing the floor plans. I usually cut it out because it takes me like sometimes up to 2 hours to like figure it out, and it's just a lot of like clicking and dragging and stuff, and it's just like, listen, I already have so much of me just like flipping through swatches in my speed build. I don't want to like add that, so usually I just don't film that process. But yeah, the first 2 are like the exact same basically, and they're both 3 bedrooms and 1.5 baths. Then the last one is a little bit different. It's only 1 bath and 3 bedrooms. There's no half bath on the main floor. They all kind of have similar layouts in terms of like where things are located in the house. Like there's that foyer hallway you can kind of see, and then there's the kitchen in the back usually, but one of them they're a little different, but for the second one, which we're not into yet, so you can't see it as I'm talking about it, unfortunately. The second one, I decided, okay, let's go all black, let's go like gothic, because like I was doing a black kitchen. Like it's still like nice and traditional in the first one, but it's like a darker like black kitchen set, but I kind of like really wanted to do one fully goth-ish, like gothic-esque after I did that, so I decided to do that with the second one. I just went like full gothic, and I just had fun with it. Lots of blacks, lots of darker colors, couple like feature colors and stuff, but it was a lot of fun. And in that house, so I know that there's 3 bedrooms set up, but there's 1 bedroom, there's the master, then there's a guest bedroom, of course, because I imagine it's like maybe a single sim or like a couple who live here, maybe. I don't know, honestly. I could see it being like a single sim who lives here, but then they like have a guest room. They obviously have a little bit of money because they can live in this nice townhouse, but then they also have this like hobby room that's filled with a bunch of the stuff from Nifty Knitting, so like all the wools and like spools, sewing stuff, things like that. And then there's one of my first pet stuff cages. I don't know which one I gave this and then a fish tank, just like a little hobby room kind of. I don't know, I just wanted to do that. I wanted to throw in a little room. Maybe they have a hobby. They also have some gardening space out back. I feel like the person who lives here does a little bit of gardening too. I think I gave the bee keeper box as well as the insect meat farm thing. Is that what it's called? The thing from Eco Living? I forget what it's called. I've never actually used that thing. But yeah, and then the gothic kitchen was so nice. I like slotted the counters into the back window, and I don't know if it's functional. It might not be functional at all. I didn't even test, and this is why I preface by saying if you download this and you can't play in it, sorry. But yeah, I like put the counter and like the sink in the window. Basically, it might be usable, but it looks cool. Like basically my entire process doing this is like, it looks cool. Like I just wanted to decorate. I was having fun with it, okay? Let me have this build, all right? Then going on to the household who lives in the last one at the end of this little mini block build, I guess it is. Basically built a whole block of like 3 townhouses. So this one, I imagine like a family lives here. This one is it's a little outdated, not like outdated, but it's also brighter, much brighter, a little more brighter colors. The space is used a little bit differently. The living room might look like it's thrown into some weird awkward space, but like I actually based that off of my grandma's old house, because it was this weird like mudroom kind of layout where the like TV was and couch, and it was like so comfy, and I remember that. So this one is like a very bustling, like younger family, you know. There's a room upstairs prepared ready for an infant, and then there's another for 2 kids, got a bunk bed. Then you got the master bedroom for the parents and a big kitchen. I decided this family likes to eat, they like their food. Their kitchen is definitely probably the most decked out. I mean, all the kitchens are like pretty nice and like decked out, but this one is like definitely the biggest. And they also have the biggest like dining space too. I think they have 5 chairs in their dining space. Yeah, and they're like up against the window. That house has the most unique layout for sure, because they don't have the half bath that's like separating the house. It's a little bit more open in terms of like the kitchen and the dining area. I don't know, it's weird. You'll see as I go along, because I don't think I'm quite like at that yet in the speed build. So it's been a little bit since I've just been able to kind of chat about whatever I want during my build. I kind of have some time to like, I don't know, tell some stories, because guys, I remember when I said I was gonna go and visit my boyfriend for a couple of weeks, like, you know, months ago. Like, I haven't told you guys what happened, how that went, like, you know, my time there, all the little stories and stuff. Don't get me wrong, it was a great time, but like, yeah, I have some stories. I thought it would be nice to, you know, take the rest of the speed build to kind of go through that little trip, you know, because life's definitely been a little crazy since then, if I do say so myself. I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, so basically my boyfriend of 4 years in 2 months, by the way, which is crazy to say that I've been with him for 4 years. To go visit him in Boston for 2 weeks, where he lives. We don't live together at the moment. We're working on it. Things are, you know, going. He's back in school. He's going to a mechanic program. And like automotive technology, basically, is what it's called, a mechanic. But he like loves it, which is great. It's something he like actually enjoys doing and is passionate about and is excited about like pursuing. But we plan on actually like getting him to come move over here after he finishes that program through like a trade route, because you can like immigrate to Canada through a trade like so fast, because they just like they want all the skilled workers coming in. So we're gonna have him come move from Boston to Canada eventually. But yeah, he's in school right now, so I went to go visit him. He comes here usually. We try to go back and forth sometimes, but like, yeah, usually the longer trips, like he stays here, like he'll stay here for like months at a time, usually in the summer months. But yeah, I went there for 2 weeks. I had a good time. I was a little nervous just because like I'm not used to traveling. I'm very much a little like ball of worry. This wasn't my first time traveling alone. That was the year before, and that was something. I got so sick during that trip. I'd went for like less than a week that time. This time I'd went 2 weeks, which was like a big jump, but like I was sick the entire time the first time I went. So the second time I'm like worried I'm gonna get sick again. I didn't really get sick. I mean, well, okay, I didn't get sick, but like every time I drank anything with a dairy in it, I had like diarrhea. But like that's just being in the States. Sorry if that's TMI, but it's just like that's one thing I don't miss about the States, and that I very much dislike about being in the States, is that I can't drink anything with dairy in it. And I drink a lot of dairy, man, okay? And like technically like I'm supposed to drink lots of dairy because of like the meds I'm on, and because of how calcium deficient it can make you. So like my diet has a lot of dairy, so when I go there, that kind of goes without saying. I have a hot girl tummy problems basically when I go there, which kind of sucks. And because I'm a caffeine addict and I need like my little beverage every single day, like, and I like a little bit of creamer in it, it doesn't make for a good time. But we try to do lots of stuff. We also like kept it low key sometimes of just like, you know, chilling with each other, playing some video games in each other's presence, which is how we like to coexist, you know, going nonverbal for several hours together, as you do. We just wanted to, you know, spend some time together, but we also did some fun stuff. I was there for Halloween. I specifically wanted to be there for Halloween because, you know, it's in Boston, close to Salem. We didn't actually, which is sad, we didn't actually go to Salem. The day we were like gonna go, we had it planned out. It was like pouring rain and we're like, okay, let's like not go be miserable and we went to his place of work for dinner, which was, it was still fun, whatever. So that sucks. So maybe next year. So we didn't actually go to Salem, but like, it's just Massachusetts in the fall is beautiful. I just want to say that, like, it's gorgeous. We did lots of fun things. We went to this little like local zoo with wolves just kind of like running like right next to you, which was awesome. And I got some really nice pictures. Like, they were just like wolves in front of me, bro. That's awesome. I want to go chill with the wolves. They were cute little dudes, man. And one thing I wanted to do, because it was the tail end of the season for it, was whale watching. Listen, zoology, like, I want to be a mortician. That's like my aspiration. Sorry, that this will be related, don't worry. But like, my second choice of career besides for that would probably be a zoologist. It's just where I live, I can't really do that. It's not very just conducive to where, I mean, neither is being a mortician really, because I have to travel to go to school too. But like, listen, I love zoology, marine biology too. I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. So whale watching is like a bucket list thing for me. I want to go to the other coast one day too and see blue whales. But like, when I went to Boston, I wanted to go off of, you know, the wharf and go see some freaking whales. They got like some baleen whales, got minke whales, got fin whales. They got so many freaking like species of whales, and it's the tail end of the season, so it's like a good time to go. Basically, it's almost like guaranteed sightings. So I'm like, let's go whale watching. And we did it right out of, I think it was like the New England Aquarium, so it's like right like downtown center Boston City. And I was so excited. Oh my god. So my boyfriend and I, Matt, we didn't really know what to expect going into it. There were more people than we thought it was gonna be. It was a big boat though, so like it fit, everyone was like comfortable on the boat, but there were a lot of people. There were over like 200 people on this boat. And it's funny because we lined up quite early, and the group we were with, we were waiting there, was only like, it was less than 20 of us, but then everyone came at once, so it was like, we didn't know how big the boat was gonna be. It was a big boat though. But yeah, so we get on this boat. We're sitting in like the middle of the boat, right? So not the upper deck, not the like highest tier, but not the lower one. The lower one is where the bar and the bathroom is. So they're like doing their spiel, whatever. They're giving like instructions. There's like every single age on this boat. There's like young children. There's babies on this boat, which like, okay, I'll get into it. But yeah, so there's just everyone imaginable on this boat, families, whatever. It was I think it was like a Sunday, so I think school wasn't in, so there were kids obviously, but like just lots of people. So we're in the middle and they're giving us this spiel, right? And they warn us as we're like, we haven't left yet. They give you ample warning. They tell you how big the waves are, basically. So basically, they tell you that they're 5 feet. So it's the equivalent of every time the boat goes over the wave, it jumps up and comes down. You're going up and down 5 feet. So they tell you it's a 5 feet, I forget what the word they used is. But basically, the boat jumps up 5 feet every couple seconds. So they warn you. So they tell you. So they're like, if you might experience a little bit of seasickness, you know, you can reschedule, come back, whatever. And, you know, they're very good with their policies about like refunds and whatever. But my boyfriend and I, we look at each other. We're sitting next to this like older couple. I think they were from like Ireland or something. They had accents. Like we were sitting next to these people because we sat at the worst like place possible. I think I don't know why we sat at this like table together, and then like the boat started filling up, so then we're like, oh god, people are gonna sit with us, and it's like nothing against people, right? It was just stupid because like we're not really like social with other people. We'd rather like close ourselves off together and talk. So we like invited ourselves to this space where we opened ourselves up for awkwardness. So these two older people sit down, whatever. So we stay, right? We stay on the boat, and then they say, you know, if you have anything to take for like nausea or seasickness, we recommend taking it now. So I have like a mini pharmacy in my purse because I'm a little chronically ill girly. My boyfriend knows I have stuff. So I offer him. I'm like, do you want something? Do you want anything? I have something you can take just in case. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, you know, I kind of just in case, you know, we kind of wanted to. So I'm like, what do I give him? Do I give him a Gravol or do I give him an Ativan? Which he has never had before. So guys, I kind of drugged my boyfriend. I decided, you know, I'm just gonna give him the Ativan, okay? I don't know why. I had a feeling, you know, and you know, we both have our mental stuff, and that's okay, you know. I have it for emergencies. I'm not on like, you know, Ativan regularly. It's definitely like an emergency, like really bad panic attack kind of thing that I take. So my boyfriend's never had one before. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to him. And he asked for it, so I'm like, okay, here, take this. And he's like, here, it'll help with your nausea, it'll help with anxiety. I told him. So he takes it, and he's not very good at taking pills. He just like, I don't know. And I get it, because like I'm weird about them too sometimes. But he took it like pretty like graciously. So I'm like, oh, okay, so he must like need this. So like, I'm kind of glad I gave him that. And I'm like, oh god, and then I had a moment, I'm like, oh god, I hope he doesn't have like an adverse reaction. I didn't think he would. It was like a low dose one. Like I would take 2 of that. Of the prescription that I had with me. So yeah, either way, I give him the medication. This couple's like kind of looking at us a little weird. It's like, yeah, maybe because I just like slipped my boyfriend a pill, and I'm like, here, take this. But he takes it, and we are off. We're off on the harbor, and it is just like a smooth sailing little cruise. It's nice. We're getting a little tour of all the history in Boston of how, you know, the Bostonian shit, and then the shit is sent to Florida, then the Florida grows the orange trees, so the Florida grows the, what did I say? Like, sorry. You know what I mean? Whatever. There's a lot of history just in that space, and it's cool. It's also sad because like, boo colonialism and stuff, and that sucks. And like, you know, rooting people out of their indigenous land, boo, we don't like that. But it's just being in a place of history like that is weird to the little small town Canadian girl who doesn't see much. So it's like it's rich there, you know, like the roads that were built, like how old they are, like there's like freaking still signs left up from like those roads were built for horses, some of them, right? So like there's signs left up that are like, oh, a horse lane here, like here, like it's, I don't know, it's very weird, but there is a lot of history there, and I do think that's like, it's a very cool experience to have that. But and it was nice to be able to go through like the whole harbor and like hear that little tour. So yeah, we go through the harbor, we get to see all the stuff going out, and we're going to, I believe it's Stellwagen Bank, which is like some big like glacial like shelf of the ocean that's a couple kilometers out. So it's a little bit of a trip. Like this tour lasts, it says like 3 to 4 hours, so it's like a trip to get to the bank to see the whales. So we're pulling out of the harbor now. Basically, we are on open seas, and I don't know if they told us the wrong height or if they were higher than expected, because they were not 5-foot waves, guys. Like, I think we could have handled it. It was so bad. It was like up, just straight up, like you'd be lifted up, you'd get air time, guys, and then slammed right back down. And it lasted like that for ever. So much. My boyfriend and I are squished up against this table, just being slammed up against it. And I'm tiny, by the way, too. Like, I don't know how the couple sitting next to us was so, like, stable, because my boyfriend and I were not. We were, like, flying around. And then I don't know how this happened. It happened so fast, and it was the worst idea ever. But like, there was a brief moment of like, it stopped for a second because they kind of slowed down, because everyone's like, not like screaming, but like everyone's kind of like freaking out, like, oh wow, this sucks, this is bad, this is not good, we should have gotten off. But I don't know what happened, but like, we turned to the couple, we're like, okay, we're gonna go down to the bar, because like I don't know, we just like had to move. We just like, something in both my boyfriend and I mind were like, we're leaving, let's go, we're leaving this table, because like something's gonna happen, we're gonna like get thrown against it. I don't know, and it like hurt too, but I don't know how they were able to get up. So oh my god, okay, I'm also holding like my camera too, which is like $1,000 worth of equipment, and like I don't know, I probably shouldn't have been, I probably should have put it away at this point. But they get up so we can get out of our seat. I don't know how they did it, because I could not stand up. I'm not kidding. It took me 3 minutes to stand up, because just the force. Because all of a sudden the waves picked up again. So we're standing now. The couple sits down. We go to the stairs. We're trying to. We're on the ground now at this point, because like, you just get thrown to the ground. I have my camera like clutched to me so I don't break it. It's literally like flying around my neck, like on the strap. Thank god the strap's around my neck, because like, you're just going flying and you're flying to the ground. So we make it to the stairway to go down, because they say, you know, if you're feeling really, really seasick, the best place to go is the back of the boat on the lowest deck, which is where the bar is and the bathroom is. So my boyfriend and I were just like, okay, let's go there. So we literally like slow motion fall, like roll, I'm not kidding, roll down the stairs like on the side, because you have to like grab on to both sides, keep both feet on the ground, and like slide down them, and you're being thrown. And like, now we're outside too, and it's freezing, and there's like waves, the boat's just flying. So we finally get to the ground. We're like, I think I like hit my face off the side of a rail at one point too, but like, I didn't care, because just happy to like not be on the stairs anymore, because I literally thought I was gonna die. I'm like, I'm gonna die on these stairs. So we're on the ground still, mind you. Like, we had not been able to stand this entire time going down the stairs. We were like jelly on the floor. And we finally get inside the deck, because, you know, the stairs were outside. So we're finally on the lower part of the deck. The boat's still shaking. We get to the bar. All of a sudden, I'm like, no, I'm throwing up now. Nope, this is happening right now. I am throwing up right now. So I know there's bags, right? There's bags all around the boat. And like, this should have been the first red flag when we stepped on the boat, that there were just bags everywhere for people to throw up in. But like, I'm gonna throw up. I go to the guy at the bar. I'm like, where are the bags? Where are the bags, man? And I grab this jar of mints, or not mints, sorry, of like ginger candies, right? And I grab the jar, like I'm like grasping it, like I'm gonna do something with it. Like, I'm just holding it. I'm like, where's the bag, man? I'm gonna throw up. I need a bag. And like, I'm looking into the jar. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna throw up in this jar, in this nice clear jar. Finally, someone just hands me a bag. Thank God. My boyfriend, I think he's gone now. I think he went to like where the bathrooms were, like the exact place they told you to go if you were like really seasick, and he was on the floor. He didn't throw up. I'm honestly kind of shocked he didn't. I did several times. Sorry. Sorry for, yeah. But it was in the bag, thankfully. My camera was fine. I was fine. I kept it surprisingly clean. It was still like gross, but like, guys, everybody on the deck was throwing. Oh my god. I have never been, it's a trigger warning for puke, obviously, at this point, but I have never been surrounded by more puke in my life. Surprisingly, everyone was like pretty clean. Like there wasn't much that nothing needed to be mopped up. Everyone kept it in their bags, but it was just like the sounds of it was just like visceral and just, oh, it was awful. So bad. Yeah, just the entire boat is like just vomiting profusely. And I'm finally with my boyfriend, like sitting right next to him up against his back, basically. Like I feel bad for forcing him to go on this because I want to see the damn whales. Feel so bad for dragging him along on this. And freaking finally, like we're on the ground too. Like we're literally laying down on this disgusting boat floor, but like we don't care because it's like better than anything, whatever. But then we're not even out to the bay yet. I think we must have been close, but we had to turn around. Like I guess they decided that, you know, we're a bunch of pussies and sorry, excuse me. Decided that yeah, we're turning around and we wouldn't be able to make it out to the bay. So turned around, made the trip all the way back to Boston Harbor, which took about an hour to get back to. Like we were out there. We were out on the sea for a while, but we didn't actually make it. So we didn't see any damn whales. And yeah, the ride back thankfully was so much smoother, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if they like miscalculated what the waves were or how bad it was, but like even the like, okay, so the staff, they were fine, like they weren't throwing up or anything, which like I'm sure they're used to it, whatever, but like they were being thrown around a bit too. Like I actually had a crew member like fall on me at one point. Like it was like a jump too. Like he was this like skinny dude, but like I watched him like go up into the air and he almost like drop kicked me in the chest, and he was like profusely apologizing, and it's like, no dude, you first off, you weigh less than me, so like even if you did like make contact, like I probably wouldn't be fine. Like it was just this small dude, but it was like I would have been fine. But he was like, so sorry. Like, no man, I'm just shocked that you recovered so quickly and that you're not like losing your everything right now, because they were fine. Every the crew members were like completely like stone faced, like whatever, dealing with it. Like things were being knocked over, right? Like we were at the bar and like cups were flying and like the fridge was like just things shaking back and forth. But like, oh my god, the ride back was so much better, thankfully. But yeah, they gave us some free refreshments. Oh, I needed a drink after that, or not like a drink. I mean, I could have. There was a bar there, but like, I needed just like a pop, and I was prepared to pay like top dollar for this pop too. I don't care. I was thirsty. I was dehydrated. I had just thrown up, but they gave us free refreshments. I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. I appreciate that. They probably felt bad that they had to cancel the trip and we all had to go back, but we got refunds, and they allow you to do it another day. But it was like one of my last days there, so we couldn't. But yeah, we didn't get to see the whale. And you know what? I still want to do it. I still want to see the whale. But when we do it, we're going on a day that's not like that, not like those waves, because there are better days. They told us like there would be better days and to come back on a better day, because I do want to. And they do important scientific research, and like the cost of the tickets like actually helps with that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I wasn't planning on it taking up that long, but it kind of filled out the video perfectly. I hope you enjoyed my little tale, and if it was recounted well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this build today. Of course, all of the download info will be in the description below, as it always is. Of course, I would like to shout out to my patrons, Jacqueline Dream, Hanuo, and Esther. If you'd like to support me and my channel, the link to my Patreon is down below. Thank you all for watching this video again, and I will see you all in the next video of whatever I make. Bye.